So that's happening. Super excited. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a Zoom tomorrow morning for LOI Blasters that we're going to go through and break down how we're going to design our LOIs. Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that, Josh. Oh, hold on. We got some people. Got some people in the side chat coming in. Okay, got Angie. What's up, Angie?
Hi. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Hey, what's your email? I want to send you an email really quick, and you look it over and tell me what you think. Like, I want to send this to you.
Okay, it's just Myron at thrivemodellc.com.
Myron at Thrive Mode?
Yeah, thrivemodellc.com.
Okay. And then you just tell me what you think.
Sure.
Give me a sec. Oh, I already had you. Okay. Okay. Is everybody else coming?
I have no idea. I just started it, and here we are.
Oh.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
I haven't seen either one of you in weeks, and it hurts my heart. And Angie, you are in like boss B mode. I can see you are ready to rock.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. I love it. Myron, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. You're looking good, most importantly.
Well, thank you. You too.
Oh, thanks. I do the beautification on all these Zooms, so I don't look anything like this in real life, but I take that beautification thing and I move it all the way to the end.
Yeah, you found how to go to 150.
That's exactly right. Yep. That's exactly right. What's going on today? It sounds like we got some questions in the side chat.
Yeah, Josh is hanging out with us. He's asking some questions. He's saying, I want to help on the No One Left Behind, but I'm not in Subto. Talking about LOI Blaster. I'm afraid to sign up because I don't have anybody to team up with. Josh, where are you from? Where are you located? That's something we can help you out with.
So LOI Blaster, by the way, unbelievable tool. In terms of what's his name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch his name.
Josh.
Josh, you have like two people here, Myron and Angie, who will definitely help you do anything that you need to do, I'm sure, with LOI Blaster. What do you need help with specifically?
He says if he gets started, he's afraid to get started because he doesn't have a team, and he doesn't know what to do. Like, I guess once he gets a lead, what do you do after that? And it looks like he's in the Portland, Oregon area.
Oh, Carolina
Allen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's doing the challenge. She has a team, I think.
So Josh, go look up Carolina Allen. And that might help you out, brother.
And Carolina spelled like Caroline. Yeah, there you go. Myron, Angie, what are you guys seeing from successful teams in the No One Left Behind challenge? Is there a common thread, for example, from the successful teams that maybe you're not seeing from the ones who aren't getting deals done?
So I actually just joined it last month. We just did the in-person. But we have a lot of leads that we have not closed, but have talked to several agents, and a lot of sellers are interested. So it's the LOI Blaster is awesome, absolutely wonderful. Like, I mean, we want to do a lot of other things too. We want to do an LOI Blaster to agents, like asking them certain things. Like, it's a whole nother story, but the LOI Blaster rocks. Badass.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Hi, Jose.
Hey, Angie. Thank you for the card.
Yes. Did you get your
Yeah,
card,
thank
Mike
you.
and Myron?
Adorable.
I did.
Love
I
it.
framed it, put it next to my bed. Thank you.
Did you get yours, Myron?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't know. I'll have to go. I'll have to go check. I think it's in our business mailbox. I'll talk to
Oh,
Carolyn. I'll ask her.
okay. Well, I sent you guys a card.
Okay, I'll check.
Those PO boxes, man.
Jose, you'll never guess. You'll never freaking guess. Today I did a Zoom, and there's a guy. He goes, his name is Jose De Leon, and he goes, I'm just having trouble structuring deals. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
No way. I got a message last night. Someone else also found him or saw his post, and they were like, "That's not my Jose." And she was like putting her phone to her nose. She's like, "That can't be him."
Yeah, I got an offer from a Jose De Leon too. I was like, "Is this you?"
That was me.
It was you.
Yeah.
Oh. Myron, I sent you the offer that I got. That was what I was trying to show you.
Okay, let me check it out.
With you. But read it and then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Angie came up. You came up as an agent on one of my low equity list
Yeah.
leads from my list at one point. And I was like, should I submit an offer?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Lowball.
are
Me
in
too.
foreclosure and they're short sales. So, but I've offered. That's originally what the sellers wanted was Subto. They were trying to sell it Subto, but
No
nobody.
way.
Yeah.
The terms were off a little bit.
No, it's just I think one of them was really high. It was like 70,000 to pay off the arrears.
Oh,
But I'm like, if you're paying cash and you're an investor, wasn't 70,000 better than 390?
You
I
know,
guess
I'm wondering, and both Jose and Angie, you guys are both agents, so I'm kind of curious what your perspective is on this. But the deals that are really tight in equity, right? A lot of us are specifically going after low equity deals. How many of those listings never sell because the agents don't know how to figure out a low equity situation?
I'll bet
95%.
a lot.
All of the ones that I went through from last Elephant Challenge, because I saw one of my notebooks and I was like, let me just look at these old ones. I went through all of them were expired. I'm like, unbelievable.
There's got to be some sort of business model there for agents who know Subto, and I don't know how you guys do it from an ethical standpoint, but you know, as a sort of a follow-up to the previous listing agreement not being sold, how could an agent maybe go in there and say, hey, I can possibly help you with this? Is that
Easy.
possible?
Of course, it's expired, right? At that point. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
You know what I am doing? I have put together a CE course for Subject 2 to submit to DORA, which is the Department of Regulatory Agencies here in Colorado.
You did
And
it.
so I'm actually having my first class next Wednesday for agents, just to
Awesome.
show them, okay, this is how a Subject 2 deal works, and this is how you could bring them to us. You don't have to learn it because a lot of them don't want to take the time to learn it. They're just like, no, I don't want to have to learn something new. Great, you don't have to. You can JV with us. You can still get paid, get a referral. But we're going to just show you what it looks like. What if a seller's in need of help, and you can't get it closed. So
Mhm.
I'm in the process of doing that, and they all want a CE credit for it. So that's why I'm putting it all together because that holds more. It's more valid because they're getting credit and learning it too.
I looked into doing that in Texas a year ago, and I called the Texas Department of Real Estate and I said, what do I need to do to build this course out and then get it approved? And they said, well, build a course, submit it. And I said, well, what are the chances of it getting approved? And they said, I've been here for 17 years and I've never denied a course for CE credits.
Because nobody does it.
I know,
Right.
because it just takes time, and that I've spent a lot of time on building this, but you have to build it for each course that I'm going to have. There's so much to it, but that's okay because guess what? It's starting to happen. There's agents taking courses. I don't know from who, but Like I called one and he's like, well, I'm taking one, you know, on that same day. But if they cancel a lot, if it doesn't cancel, I'll come to yours. But do I get CE credits? And I said, well, not yet. You know, I'm in the process of getting that, but they're already starting to try to take trainings and stuff for it.
It's important.
Yes, it's very important. So if you're an agent out there and you want to learn creative finance or partner with us,
Fly to
hold of me.
Colorado.
You can just hop on a Zoom. Just hop on a Zoom.
Guys, Dawn
I don't-
Walker's, she's been sick for like 10 days.
Oh my
What?
God.
Look at her. This is the
Got
first
the
time
bird
I've
flu
seen
too.
her.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
How's it going?
Great. Now that you're here.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it started on Friday of last week, and I felt human yesterday. So, just
Oh,
be aware that there's things rolling around there. But
yeah.
it's good to see you guys.
Glad you're better.
good to see you.
Really
How
good
was
to see you,
everybody's
Dawn.
holidays?
I called Jose and I was celebrating, just put it that way. And I called Jose and I definitely told him how I felt about him.
Yeah, take that how you'd like.
Yeah. You guys interpret that however you want to. But no, I love each and every one of you. And that's exactly what I told Jose. So happy New Year to you guys as well.
Yeah. Dawn, did you get my card?
I don't know. I have to go look. When you mentioned that, I'm like, oh, they got a card? I didn't get a card.
I
Now
sent you.
we know who checks their business address box now.
It's probably around somewhere.
Yeah, I sent
Once I
you
get it, I'll send you a picture.
of us, like other pictures. I sent a Christmas card, and then I sent pictures of us, like at community camp and some other pictures. And
Just
you would,
rubbing in the fact that you get to do all the cool stuff.
you went to community camp, didn't you, Mike?
No,
What?
wasn't invited.
Oh,
Me either.
Me
Squat up,
either.
Going to squat up, yeah.
yes, you did, Dawn. I have pictures of us there.
The first
Yeah.
one, not this last one.
The exclusive one, we were on the
We weren't the part of the cool
excluded
kids on
list.
this one.
No, you guys are cool. Trust me,
Yeah.
you guys are cool kids.
Angie, I'm kind of curious what your 2025 goals look like.
Oh, they're huge. I'm building out courses, like I said, for agents. That's going to be big because it's nationwide. I can put them in nationwide platforms where, so for instance, Jose, you want to go take a class, right? You can go, like my school that I go to is called McKissick. If I had my license in 5 other states, I could go to McKissick and take classes. So I'm going to be putting all my classes inside of these platforms for people to buy and take the classes. So that's huge. And then we are looking to buy a title company creatively in Trinidad, Colorado. And it's in this huge building in downtown. It's an old and like in historic, it's in a historic neighborhood.
Mhm.
And so we're going to revitalize it and make it affordable housing upstairs, put like a coffee shop and a bike rack room for the people who are going to live upstairs and possibly downstairs, and then just keep that title company in there. So
That's amazing.
goes, yeah, it's actually Dominic's cousin. She's owned it for 100 years, you guys. She has every title.
So she's 130. She's 130 years old then.
Oh, but her family's owned it for over 100 years, and they have title work where the county and everybody comes and pays her to get information on properties and land from the beginning of time. It's crazy.
Man,
Oh,
amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah. Very valuable. And
She just got tired of it.
she's tired. She's like, I can't do it. We're the same age too. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, but she's running it by herself and she only has a couple employees. I'm like, we're going to change this around. We're going to turn this around.
That's good.
So we're going to
Angie, don't you already own a title company?
Yes, but this is going to be a physical, so you can actually go to it.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you need, if you're going to close traditional transactions, they need a physical place to go to. You just do.
Yeah.
At least for a few more years. Yep.
Angie, is this the one that you and I talked about when I was on my road trip?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
What
Yeah.
an opportunity.
I know. Oh, and they need it so bad out in Trinidad. They need affordable housing really, really bad. So I'm excited because it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help Dominic's cousin. It's going to help us. You know, all around.
Dom's birthday yesterday too, right? Or the day before?
The 8th, yeah. Elvis's birthday too.
Cool.
That explains a lot.
Where's he at?
He
Where's
is in the podcast room.
Oh, okay.
I should be in there, but I've been putting out fires all day, and I'm like, okay, I just gotta get on.
Tell him we said happy birthday.
Yes.
Okay, I will.
I love seeing pictures of Dom in the old days, like your wedding day. Handsome
his
devil.
Yeah, all his hair.
Yeah.
He used to pull it. Ah.
How long have you guys been married for, Angie?
So in March, it'd be 25 years.
That's awesome.
Wow.
25.
crazy.
Not an easy feat.
Okay, so title company and then education 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been working on that every day for the past, for quite some time now. It just takes time to put together because it's got to be right when it goes to Dora.
Mhm. Got it. So you have 2 hours left in your 24-hour day. What are you doing with those besides sleeping?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What about you, Mike?
You know, the huge. I'm kind of curious. Yes, I'm deferring here. I'm passing off
Mhm.
here. Let's go to Myron.
No. Mike, I'm like dying to ask about what you got going on. I know you're running Zooms daily. How's that all going?
Daily? What are you doing?
So it's a ton of fun. Actually, Mondays through Thursdays, I'm doing a low equity calling session. And so I bring on 2 or 3 people who either have done 1 or 2 deals or brand new people. And I give them a list and I say, call. And so in the span of an hour, it's just an hour long. We are typically getting on 3 or 4 total phone calls. It's basically what Don and I used to do called the Dumbo dial, which is where we just kind of provide them with feedback and, see where the deals go. The data that I give them is all theirs. There's no expectation on my part to JV with them. In fact, I probably don't even want to. But I'm just trying to, provide some value to the community and provide my feedback at least. And also I want to hear the feedback on my calls that I occasionally make as well from the participants. So that's a lot of fun. Thanks for asking, Myron.
What's the 5 birds? Like what else are you doing with it?
The data that we're using is a little bit specific. So we're doing that a little bit. And then just generally, I'm always looking to buy deals too, right? So Don and I are looking to buy creative deals in Texas. So if Myron, you have some, Angie, Jose, send them over our way. And anyone else who's listening, we want to see those.
Cool. I'm just curious. I'm going to dig a little bit. How many people are showing up daily, roughly?
Don't know yet. We haven't started to actually air them. So what we're doing is we're recording in advance. And part of the reason for that is because the data that we're using is the data that I've talked to you guys about before. It's kind of brand new on market.
Okay, yeah.
And so what we want to do is basically give the people who are subscribing to that data, enough time to work it. And so what we're doing is we're calling that data 2 weeks before. We're going to air the episode 2 weeks later. We start airing those on the 20th.
Got it. Okay. And you're going to air these on YouTube?
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever my mom can watch them, basically,
Oh,
because she's going to be the only person watching them.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the platforms, and then obviously push to landing page, get people to sign up.
Yeah. The podcast is sponsored by the equity or the list provider. So we provide, coupon codes, things like that, if people want to sign up for the data.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a ton of fun. What I'm realizing is that as long as I keep the time frame short, about an hour of calling, it's super fun to hear different ways of having phone conversations with agents. I love it because, there are 5 people here. There are 5 different styles of having a conversation with an agent, right? And the same is true for brand new people. And what's kind of nice is that for new people, they're not stuck in that rut of having the same conversation every single day, year after year, or month after month, kind of like we've had, right? So hearing someone who's brand new trying to, find their way in a phone call is really, really fun. And it gives me lots of really great ideas for my phone calls as well. So I love it.
Cool. That sounds fun. And how does your contract generator get looped into all this?
It doesn't yet.
Oh,
It doesn't. That contract generator is still out there. People can use it for free. Really, really cool way of just very quickly creating a cash contract. We're also going to be creating state contracts too. So right now we have Texas waiting to go. And basically what that is people can submit a cash offer on a TREC form instead of on just a standardized, kind of form that we've all put together. And
The whole
as Angie and Jose, you guys can attest to, there are a lot of agents out there who won't accept an offer that isn't on a state contract.
Yep.
So that's one thing that we wanted to emphasize with quickcontracts.com.
quickcontracts.com. And so you sign up for quickcontracts.com and you give Mike the consent to send you spam emails to sign up for his data program. Is that right?
Yeah. Look, if you sign up on quickcontracts.com, that's quick without a C, QUIK, you'll hear from me on the hour, every hour until you die or you buy. One of the two.
Buy or you buy.
I forgot about the text messages. Those happen every half hour. So
That's who that was. Got it.
yeah,
I love it.
I don't have
love
any follow-up campaign at all. It's basically, hey, check this out, try it out. I don't think I've sent out a text message or a follow-up email. So I was just joking.
Oh,
Well, I'm just like kind of putting these things together, like kind of makes sense. You give away something for free, you get people to sign up, you get their data, you give me consent to market to you. Hey, by the way, this is how you can get some more deals. Here's how I'm providing data to these people. Here are the calls that we've done, blah, 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 blah. Like you're building your database to market to your data, your potential customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a little freebie to give away, and hopefully, people are active and doing deals, and we can provide them with some other value as we continue our relationship.
Yeah, man, that sounds really great.
Yeah. So now back to you, because that's uncomfortable.
Why?
Well,
Why is it so uncomfortable to talk about all the cool stuff you're
I
doing?
just don't like
bro?
talking about myself. That's all.
Look at this. Y'all give me this. Give me a review of this website. Quickcontracts.com. It's freaking solid. Like what a great what a good website you built, bro.
Thank you. It's one of my hidden talents.
no
One of my
kidding.
many hidden talents.
He's constantly working on stuff that he won't tell me about until it's almost ready, and then he'll show me. But I just wait for it, and I pop up to these websites, and I'm like, were you a data analyst or a software guy in some other life? Because holy cow.
Just a perfectionist.
Yes.
What I do with Don is usually between
He dangles the carrot is what he does.
You're not going to charge for that?
No,
Nope.
completely free. Yeah.
And it's just the cash contract. That's it. It's just right now, just helping people, especially when you get to a certain level, trying to do 5 contracts at once. It is painstaking. It takes forever. And so Mike created this thing that you just got to input all the fields and then hit generate, and then there you go. It emails it to you. So
One of the things I do with Dawn is I text her, and depending on the quality of the idea, I text her little light bulbs.
light bulb emojis. So depending on how many light bulb emojis get sent to me, tells me how good of an idea he thinks it is. So
Yeah, there's a range of 1 to 3 light bulbs.
I don't know. There was a $5 in there at one point.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh. Did you put that in there, Myron, or did Carolyn?
You'll never know.
I don't know where that came from.
I swear.
I do own that domain, so
I see that.
Oh my God.
On that topic, guys, okay, kind of. There's this the thing that's coming down on the FCC pipeline with the one-to-one stuff on text messages. It looks like it's going to change everything quite a bit. Again, I know we always say that, but like this one is way more stringent because even if you were to buy data, I found out from any provider, you still need your permission from that person, from it's one-to-one. So I'm trying to figure out how are we going to be able to market to anybody, like without having it making it look like, I mean, it is spam, but without making it look like spam when we're actually trying to help, without having to put like text this to unsubscribe or whatever the hell. You guys have any ideas? Sorry, I went deep into it.
No, I think that's right now. That's the only viable option is you have to hit, put the text now to unsubscribe, right? Because I don't know how many messages I've gotten just from businesses that I didn't even know, one, that I signed up for, and 2, how do they get my information, which I'm not upset about because I know it's marketing, but it's when it happens, it seems like it's a cluster of 5 or 10 different businesses all of a sudden are messaging me and calling me. Like, I don't even know what list you guys pulled, but you got my number somehow. Yeah. Like, I'm on an AARP phone number thing. I don't know how. I'm not there yet. But you could never just tell them to stop. There was no way for it to stop communication unless you called. And even if you did call, that line didn't go anywhere. So I think that's what they're trying to prevent is people getting a way out of that. So your safest bet is going to be putting in the unsubscribe thing in there. And that's how you can protect yourself. But other than that, I don't see what other options there are right now.
I'm curious, Myron, since you're the CRM guy, what's your take on that?
Jose, I add the unsubscribe thing, but I say it in a way that's like, if you want me to stop sending you messages, say no thanks. Right? Or you could say, if you want me to stop sending you a message, or if you want me to unsubscribe you, say the word watermelon. Make it a word that doesn't hurt your reputation. So I add that stuff in there. I do. But I mainly do emails. But after next week, I'll be able to comment a lot more because I am going to start pushing more text messages. I built out my spin tax thing. I want to do some dispo stuff. I want to do some outreach to some buyers here in the market. So I'll be able to tell you some more. I'm letting the email do the acquisition, and I'm going to go texting to buyers is what I'm going to pivot that way.
Yeah. So you might not even need it that much because they're used to it. They're not if they were to report it, they'd have to report 200 people in a week, right? Like they're used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like that. I have heard that, like just say a phrase or a word that just
it's not common.
disrupts. Yeah.
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 Okay.
I was talking to a client and he goes, he says the word, what it was, banana or something. He's like, my unsubscribe has gone down from like 30% to under like 10% now. Just because I'm saying a different word. It's easy to say stop in capital letters, right? But that actually hurts your reputation. If you get too many stops, the Twilio or whoever the carrier is going to go, whoa, they are messaging people that haven't opted in. They're getting like a high unsubscribe rate. So anyway.
You don't want stop or end, something like that. You want banana, watermelon, even bye works.
Yeah, bye.
I think someone put see ya in one of the ones that was sent to me.
Oh,
That's cool.
I love that. I'm writing
Later. Peace.
Laters, baby.
We do need more peace in the world, so maybe we should do that one. Peace.
That's a very Jose word, I think. That's the one that I think Jose is going to use is peace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I called Jose that one night. I was having a very deep conversation with somebody, and then immediately started thinking about Jose. So I needed to reach out to him and tell him that I loved him.
Oh my God. I'm loving it. Happy to spread the cheer.
Did you see that email?
Yeah, what was that about?
Right? Like, it was for one of my listings.
It's weird. I didn't get it, Angie.
I don't want to blast it. Well, give me your email. And I'll send it to you.
It's the same as Dawn's, except Mike.Jackson.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Right? I was like, what? Okay.
That's interesting that person would do that.
I know. Did
you send it to Myron?
What was that? You cut out.
Did you send it to Myron?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, the way I took it was like, whoa, what? Like, really? Okay. Not cool.
Angie, how's your new studio?
What was that?
How's your studio?
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, I love it. It's so cool.
When are we going to do an in-person podcast at your new studio?
When you come into Colorado, let's do it.
Done.
Serious.
One of these.
Serious.
I'll fly in just for that.
Do it.
He will.
I told Dawn, since she was sick. Dawn, do you mind me telling the story?
What story? Sure. I don't care.
Well, you might care.
Oh God.
I have no idea what's about to come, by the way.
Dawn has Dawn really likes Chris Hemsworth.
Oh my gosh.
Since Dawn was sick,
you should have known.
I would text her occasionally last week or so, and I just didn't hear from her. I was worried. Honestly, I was worried, Dawn. And I told her that I would come dressed up as Chris Hemsworth in a nurse's outfit and make her feel better, bring her soup or something like that. And she didn't respond or find that funny.
So he sent that to me at like 10:30 in the morning. I didn't wake up that day until like 4 o'clock. I had been asleep all day. And so then another message comes in a little bit later and he sends me something else and I heart that message. I didn't even see the message before that about Chris Hemsworth. I just thought it was the only one. So
I would have given the Chris Hemsworth idea 2 light bulbs.
I told him, I was like, please don't show up in a Chris Hemsworth outfit. It would be weird. You can't put Chris Hemsworth with someone else's. It doesn't work. You're gonna ruin it. Don't do that. Don't do
Especially
that.
Sick.
Can I show you what my nieces got me for Christmas? By the way,
Yeah.
I may or may not have shed a tear, but
What is the perfect
the
man?
perfect man. It's a chocolate man.
Oh my God.
I was like, are you trying to say something, guys? Like
Mhm.
what's going on?
What kind of chocolate is
they
it, Don?
they got a good kick out of that. It's milk chocolate. It's milk chocolate. So I silently went and cried in my room later. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah.
Is milk chocolate the best kind of chocolate, or am I just immature with my chocolate palate?
Yes. Yes, it is. And so am I.
I'm not arguing, and I have an advanced palate.
You know, white's not really even chocolate, right? White chocolate. And then dark chocolate, too bitter.
I had a macadamia cookie that
Bro,
blew my socks off.
dude, you got me with white chocolate macadamia cookies all day long. Best
Nice.
cookie out there.
If you guys ever want to get something for Mike, get him crumble cookie. He will.
That made me sicker than Dawn this past week once.
Crumble?
Holy-
Yeah,
It,
crumble.
it wasn't crumble. It was something else, Jose.
Put me out for 2 weeks. So
Well,
listen,
which
you in the
kind of
biz,
cookie
guys.
was it, though? What kind of cookie did you get? Let's put crumble on notice.
Chocolate chip. You know, I'm not a tester type of
Okay.
guy when I go to a new place.
All right.
Keep it easy. You can't mess up a chocolate chip, and they did.
They did. Sounds like a classic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Myron, your turn. So what are you working on?
I'm excited for the next No One Left Behind challenge coming up on the 19th.
Next Friday. Wait.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday. They were pretty adamant that I wasn't going to go to Phoenix this time. I'm like, okay, cool. I got a message today from Saravi. She's like, hey, can you come? Like, yeah, I knew this was going to I knew I was going to go, but just kinda how it goes. But what I think is cool is we're going to work on sending out emails to agents to look for non-qualified buyers, to look for wrap buyers, basically, and source wrap buyers through agents. And so this next week, that's basically all I'm going to do is just like figure out, some little tips and tricks to work with agents. Like, who are the agents that have these? Here are some tips that you can do to find the agents that are working with these types of buyers, and help educate the community on what that needs to look like. Because the leads part, I don't think the leads part's easy. Go into any creative Facebook group and it's just post after post after post about properties. Like,
Mhm.
leads are not the problem. It's the buyers.
buyer.
And so I don't know that this is like the full answer to everybody's problem, but like working with agents to help them get paid and bring a buyer to the table. And the emails that I've sent that I got replies to, the replies were they were so nice. They were like, so
Different.
nice. Like, hey, yeah, do you want to jump on a call? I'd love to like just talk about what you have going on. I'm like, whoa, this is not
It's like an
right.
attitude change. It's overnight. It's kind of strange, huh?
Totally different.
The holidays will do that to you.
So
Are you speaking from experience, Jose?
No, just saying.
Myron in PropStream, and I don't know if this is in Deal Sauce at all yet, but in PropStream you can search by seller finance transactions.
Yes.
And so that's a really cool feature that you can find agents who are specifically working on these types of from the buy side or even from the list side, I guess.
Yep. I had that same exact thought, but I don't think what I was thinking is like, how am I going to teach whatever a team of 15 to blanket search area like San Antonio? And so I just go, hey, I want to make up parameters, like just pull a list of active agents, and if they're active within the last year, let's send them an email, basically. But to really niche down, yes, you're right. Like those agents are typically working with a certain investor who's looking for those buyers, right? or they may be the flat listing agent. I don't know. But yeah, we'll just have to, basically, we're going to mess around and find out how it needs to work. And
Why not? Your data, Myron, does it say how the property was sold by the realtors? If it was sold to an end buyer that bought via FHA conventional cash, do you get that piece of the data? Because I know we get it in the MLS.
yeah,
You
yeah,
do?
you can see that, but I was just pulling for active, like make it easy, like just pull active agents is really all I was going to do.
And
That have
start a
sold.
conversation.
Yeah.
You'll have more agents, but
Well, I can
cash.
pull all of Colorado's for you.
Yeah, I
Say
think
what?
if you start broad, that's probably a good way to do it, right? Just find every agent who's active in the market. One idea I had too was contact newer agents. Is there a way to contact newer agents? Angie, Jose, are newer agents typically starting on the buy side?
Yeah.
Finding buyers to buy homes. Is that a thing or no?
I don't think that's a thing. I think it, depending on the brokerage that they go to, anyways, back in the day, it was like a brokerage was like more of a listing brokerage or a buyer's brokerage, but it just depends on the agent. If they don't, if they want to be a buyer's agent or a listing agent. Some agents don't even like to be listing agents.
Mm-hmm.
They
What you
just
can
pick.
also do is, and I don't know if there's any merit to this, but what I found with the deals that we've sold on owner finance is most of the buyers are Hispanic.
Yeah.
And so I was almost thinking of targeting, you can go on Redfin, for example, and search languages spoken by agents and target the Spanish speaking agents as an example. Most of the Hispanic buyers that we've worked with come from Hispanic or Spanish speaking agents.
Yeah, so we actually reach out to the Spanish agents, and we're gonna have a Zoom with them, talking about how they can help their families, their buyers who don't qualify to get a traditional loan. And then I have a bunch of Spanish speaking people on our team. There's maybe like 3 or 4 who one was a lender, and he's just going to go back to his past clients that didn't qualify and see if they want to buy a house.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Why not go directly to lenders that are all the Spanish lenders?
Yeah, Pace made that comment. He's like, hey, can we just get a list of lenders? And LY blast to lenders. I'm like, I don't really know. I don't know how to pull a list of lenders.
Can I?
Scrape it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don.
So I was on a task for Pace with that,
Yep.
right? And so here's a little bit of what I learned. Lenders can be a great resource. However, I would say 98% of them do not want to share their clients list because they hold them anywhere from a year to 4 years, and sometimes a little longer, but because they can put them in other programs, if they're not qualified right now, then down the line, maybe they can be. So a lot of them, and I'm not speaking for them all, but a lot of them feel like if they share their client information or they share an opportunity that you have that takes that opportunity away from them, they may not want to do that because it's taking business off of their table. So when you are talking with lenders, a really good way to go back to them, what I found in our experience is that, look, I'm not looking for your best clients that may be able to get qualified in the next 3 years, right? I'm happy for them. I'm happy that you have a way to get those people approved. But you know, and I know that there are people that may or may not ever be able to get qualified because of maybe their income or their job or the longevity that they keep or that they have to keep moving around. You know, there's all kinds of different issues with that. And so rather than just let them go by the wayside, yeah, you're helping them with their credit, which is awesome, but how can you get them into a home? That's what you really want to accomplish. So if I have opportunities, how about I send you our opportunities and you can pass them along to any of your clients? I don't need their contact information, but if you do have somebody, then let's just make the connection. That works a lot better than you going and asking them to send their clientele to you, because there is a lot of gray area there. They can get in trouble for sharing client information without the client knowing, right? So it's more of, you have to have a two-way street for both of you. And the easiest way is to be able to send your information of, hey, I got 4 properties. I got one in San Antonio, one in Dallas, 2 in Houston. Do you have anybody in your network? Is there anybody I can talk to? Anybody that needs a home immediately? Here's the details.
Mhm.
Then start building that relationship that way. And that's what really kind of got over the hump for a lot of things with the lenders. But even talking to He-Man, right? He-Man, he was like, look, loan officers and lenders like to keep their business close to the chest. They do not like to share it. And doesn't mean that they won't, but you have to find a way to bring value to them, right? So if you can find that, you can bridge that gap, you may be over the hump a little bit faster than most, but most of the time they're going to want to hold them because they see an opportunity 4 years down the road. They're
Yeah, but
lining up calendars 4
they
years
can
down the road.
finance them. They can get them in this house, and maybe it's a
Right.
higher interest. Then you tell that lender, then you're going to refinance them. You're going to help them get their credit up to refinance this.
Right.
And
But
that's the difference.
again,
Avery.
that's still a what if. That's
Yeah.
different than them trying to get them into an actual loan
Right.
versus what they're doing right now and hoping that they'll continue with the program that they're in, because now they're no longer in their clientele at that point, right? Potentially. So you have to find a way that this loan officer or the lender operates, and then be able to figure out how you can fit into that.
Yeah.
That's what's going to help you the most. And one point on talking with agents. Yes, the Hispanic community is a big community that we can target, but it's really more bringing information, right? There are a lot of agents out there that have clientele that are going out and having to get hard money loans and renewing them every year, refinancing them every year, because they will never be able to get a loan mortgage, right? So this is a really good opportunity for people that can't ever get a mortgage. If you can find those agents, then I highly suggest that's the route that you go. We made some really good connections with an agent here in Arizona, and they have clients all the time looking for property. It varies on down payment. It varies on what they can do, but they do have the cash. They do have the capital. They do have the job. They have the longevity. They just don't have anyone essentially that's going to take a chance on them. Right. So if you can make those connections with those agents, whether they're in the Hispanic community or any other ethnic group, or even just another American that's struggling to try and get into a home, why not try to offer that solution? So it's just more about talking to these agents, getting into the right communities, and telling them what's possible.
Could you imagine, though, if you were targeting a specific market like Dallas or San Antonio, and you had this network of agents, lenders, insurance companies are also a really good one to
Yes.
go to also, by the way. But if you had this network of people who had buyers who just traditionally couldn't qualify, and then as these deals cross your plate, it gives you so many more options to dispo it, right? And that's part of the problem with wholesaling a Subto to an end buyer, is that your time frame is so short, right? And so if you have 30 days, for example, to close on something, but you have buyers looking for that type of property, you can sell it to a homestead buyer so much more easily than you could if you didn't, obviously. There's power in that. Lots of power.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
There's a lot of stuff with the lenders and the loan officers that you can really start building some good relationships. You just have to be prepared to have a lot of conversations to piece together the puzzle about how they do business, and then how you can insert yourself there to be able to help their clientele. So, but I think you're on the right track for sure.
Yeah, I think for No One Left Behind anyway, it would be just talking to, I like Mike's point about going to seeing the languages spoken. That'd be pretty easy. Just pull a list from Redfin and send to those agents. But
I built a scraper for that, by the way, if you need it, Myron.
huh?
I built a scraper for that if you need that.
Okay.
Super dope.
I love scrapers, but like teaching people in No One Left Behind, like, okay, we're going to use PropStream or Deal Sauce. You know how the structure has to go. It's like using a service, pull the list, put it in LWeb Blaster, send it out. I'm probably not going to go, hey, go download my scraper. Like, what's a scraper? Now, because anything I tell people to do, I become the full 100% support person for that thing, right? How do you do a thing in Deal Sauce? Well, support at dealsauce.com. No, like you're right here, you know? So I just have to be really careful, like what I'm telling people to go do, because then I have to be that person. Like, what's a scraper? How does this, is it legal? Is it a scraper? Like, how does this work? Tell me how the thing, all these things, but like, how do we just make it like super easy for people and do the best we can with it is really what I'd love to just, if next week, or not next week, the week after on the 19th, we work for that week and we just get one family in one house. I'm like, oh, I'm sold. Like that would just set off fireworks in my mind. Like that would be amazing.
Myron, when you go to Phoenix and do these things with Pace, do you sleep in his guest house?
No. Normally he, like the first time I went, Jerry was there and then the plant guy was there and then some other people. No, I go to a hotel.
Jerry was staying in his former guest house, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. With
That's
all
funny.
of his kids.
With all of his kids.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's like either 2 or 3 bedrooms in there, but there's also a couch, But anyway, no, I just stay in a hotel and it's no problem. It's like, a hotel 10 minutes down the road. It's no big deal. Yeah. But also I was talking to Carolyn this morning, like what the main 3 things I want to be doing for 2025 is LWeb Blaster, my CRM, and I just want to work on Dispo. I want to do those 3 things. I mean, just as far as like generating income, those are the 3 things I want to focus on. Those are the things that are kind of working right now. And acquisition, I think, bro, there's so many people doing acquisition. We need better Dispo. And so I'm going to be paying more attention to Dispo and wrap buyers and connecting with buyers and all that. So that'll be my next thing.
When you say better Dispo, what do you mean?
I'll just say this, like how many deals did you lock up 2023, 2024 that you just didn't have a buyer for? You didn't know.
Right now.
Let's just try it. How many times did you say that in 2023? Let's just try it. So that's just kind of where I'm landing, is like, oh, a better Dispo. Like,
your buyers.
Yeah, knowing my buyers. I'm going to eat my own words because I just dispoed 2 to one guy who did not have his funding lined up. And I go, oh my God, this is the same crap over and over. Like my bad, really my bad. I should have like done my due diligence but I was just so sure. He's like, I'm coming into this money. I need to get rid of it. I'm going to be like, if I don't buy at the end of the year, it's going to really suck by the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I need to buy these houses. Well, his money didn't get cleared. And I'm like, here I go. And so like, kind of like what Carly is putting together as far as like putting her buyers through some, giving them some hoops to jump through before we clear them into, and like clearing them to buy. So I'll be, whether I'm buying Carly's product or doing something like that myself, I want to do something like that where I'm clearing people and sending them. Now if you're cleared, you go VIP. Basically,
you get deals first or whatever. But I love the idea and you have some weight to do something like this where you kind of standardize now the way of selling a Subto or a creative deal. Cash is different, right? But if you could standardize something like that, so it's expected that when someone buys a Subto deal that you have to do these sorts of things, that would be so great for the market.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll be pushing on those 3 things mainly for the rest of 2025. And I'm going to be doing a lot of like personal mindset work. I started therapy a couple weeks ago. I'm going to do like a somatic breath work in July, like doing some like like doing some like mindset work. I'm like 2025 is when I let go of anchors, right? So like anything that's weighing me down, any past traumatic experiences or anything, just mindset work is going to be heavy mindset work 2025.
I love that.
I'm
Love it.
super excited for 2025.
Have you done the somatic breath work before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that what we did at the mastermind?
Yes. Yes. We did that at the mastermind. It was amazing.
Yeah. It took me by surprise. I was not in that. I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm not judging it. I'm just gonna lay down. Like what? And then completely changed my mind. I'm like, okay, was not expecting that. Wow. Okay. That's gonna if you guys haven't done it, you guys need to just try it and go in it without having any, judgmental feelings or anything. Just go in and do it by yourself if you want, without any of your friends. Just go and do it. You're gonna feel awkward, but let me tell you, it triggers something for sure for you to just let go.
Yes.
It was so interesting when we all did it. Jose, were you at the mastermind when we did it? It was so interesting to see all those people in a massive ballroom.
Yeah, I was nuts.
And you're crying after, or whatever, you're feeling strong emotion, whatever that emotion is. But to see 300, 400, 500 people, whatever that is, having that such a strong emotion with others that you're friendly with but not like close with necessarily is really powerful. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome, Myron. I'm glad you're going on that personal development kind of journey.
Oh yeah. It's like so needed and it's overdue. I'd say it's just overdue. Like doing the personal work, I think it will not only like make me feel better, it will reduce my stress, it will open up doors for me. That's what I'm wanting to just reduce my stress and live a more full life. You know what I mean? And so that's my goal, man. That's 2025 is reducing stress, letting go of those past anchors so I can go up.
You know what this is going to result in, by the way, I know that none of you guys quite see it yet, but I think midsummer, we're all going to be in Peru doing ayahuasca together. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Dominic
That-
wants to do that very badly.
Subto Mastermind Peru edition.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm not even kidding.
Jose, where did you go to do it?
Costa Rica and Medellin.
Cool.
And then you like did frog poison or something, right?
Bufo. Yeah,
Bufo.
that was in 2022. It's kind of like I did the opposite basically. Like instead of like you've done the work with the business and moving forward with that, and now you're going and like realizing, shit, I need this like mental health badly, because if not, you're just gonna lose your mind. I saw that already with my traditional real estate world, where I was killing it and I was doing great for 10 years and fixing flipping and doing the traditional stuff. Awesome. Lost my mind. Didn't give a shit. I was like, burn it all down. And when I found you and then Subto and all that, I was like, no, you're going to learn and you're going to do your personal development. You're going to take it easy because you don't want that whole stuff to happen again. Dom, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Then a meeting.
Podcast?
No, it was for a deal.
Dom,
What's up,
Angie bought you a gift card for an ayahuasca trip to Peru this summer.
All right,
Gift
You
card.
want to go?
We're all in.
got people holding me down because I don't know what I'm going to go through. But
Yeah.
I
We'll
might
be
turn
there with you.
It's beautiful, man.
Gonna turn
I'm
green.
gonna turn green like the Incredible Hulk.
Turn green.
Who knows what's gonna come out, man?
Yeah.
Did you show him that?
No one's ever ready for it.
But I
You're never ready for it.
You know what's interesting about that you're going on this kind of mindset journey, Myron, is I distinctly remember there was a time, maybe in early 2023, end of 2022, where we were talking about mindset and how it was important, but you're like, I don't have time for that. And I
Exactly.
feel like I remember you saying that in a joking way, because you were really busy. You had a lot going on. And when you said you were doing this, I'm like, oh my gosh, Myron's going to slow down. That's good. It's a good thing, because we think that by working on mindset or working on your personal development and slowing things down is that it's actually going to take you away from your business.
Yes.
When in reality, it's the opposite.
Right.
Because you
thing.
keep spinning for 24 hours a day because you think you're doing all of these things when you're not really mentally there where you need to be or personally where you want to be. And so all of that affects you. And then, but you're still putting out fires in your business. You're still talking with friends and trying to develop those relationships. You're doing all the things, but you never really sit down and actually take time because you can't.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
When if you do work on your mindset and you do work on those things that are important to you and slow down, even if it's a day or an hour a day,
Yeah.
that is enough to snap you out of it and to get you to get into a clearer head so you can get out of it faster. And not saying that you're in anything right now, but it's more of you stop spinning. You stop
We're
going from
always
thing to
in
thing to
something,
thing.
You're right. We're always in something. Though. Yeah, it's always something.
Always. It's never going to end, but it's more of, are you in the right place to handle it where you are right now?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you some advice, Myron, because I gave it to myself. So I'm always this nice guy, right? He's such a nice guy. Now I'm not a nice guy. I'm a good guy, but I'm not a nice guy anymore. Because the nice guy is just going to do the nice thing. I'm going to do the right thing, and it may not feel nice, but I'm good. I'm still doing a good thing. So be a good guy and not a nice guy. That's been helping me, because you're always like, oh, I got to do that because you feel bad. But okay, I'm not being a good guy. I'm just being a nice guy in this situation. So I need to not do that and do this thing. That's been helping me, because I do everything for everybody, and then I get pissed off, and then it hurts my brain, and then I'm all crazy inside. But everybody else is happy. They're all, oh man, he's such a good guy, such a nice guy. He's doing all these
What a
things.
go-giver.
Yeah, what a go-giver. But you got to get to yourself. You got to go for an hour or 2 hours in the day, and maybe Dominic doesn't get called back that day. Maybe I got to call you 3 times next week to get back with you, and you forgot. Doesn't make you a bad guy. It doesn't. That's my 2 cents to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like 2 years ago, I was super nice, like very nice. And I am still kind of nice, like on the Zooms that I do, like people ask me questions that I'll answer it and then ask me the question right after I just answered that. But anyway, but just I've been meditating every morning for like 30 or 45 minutes. And it's just like a brain break, just like listening to an MP3 of a river running or something like that, or a guided meditation. Bro, like my whole day changes.
Yeah.
Normally like around 2:00, I'll crash. Like 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I'm just like tired. I'm just tired.
Yeah. And
since I started meditating, so I don't know what it is. Maybe it's placebo. I don't know what it is, but that's not like that anymore. 2:00 rolls around. I'm still going. And I think it's like, what the biggest thing that I've worked on is the negative self-talk, like talking negative about myself or talking negative, talking bad about other people. The negative talk for myself it was really draining me.
Yeah.
And like 2 o'clock would roll around. I'm just like, I'm going to take a nap. Right. And that has been the biggest push for me in like the last few weeks that I started meditating, just really helping me, like lifting up my energy. I don't know what to say. Lifting up my energy to get rid of that negative talk. That's been like the biggest thing.
When are you meditating? In the morning?
Yeah. First thing I'll basically wake up and go, I'm meditating like right now. So I start my day with that mind clearing, whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wait till I'm getting that tired feeling at 2 or whatever, and then I go meditate. Then I feel good, but maybe I'll try it in the morning.
But you fall asleep.
Yeah. I was going to say, I would fall asleep.
That's called a nap.
But they, well, I'm listening to like, meditation stuff through YouTube, but they say that's okay too, because you're still relaxing your brain at that moment. It doesn't always have to be in this deep meditation state.
Just relax.
Your brain.
I think there's a difference between being nice and being kind, right? And I think as we evolve in life, the idea is just to be kind to people, right? It's a little bit more advanced than nice. But, Myron, I think your brain works so, I don't know. I look at you and I can like see things moving up there all the time. I think we all can, based on the head shaking here.
Yes.
And, like you need to give your brain a break.
Like when I see this, it's instant. It's like it went from 100 to 1,000 on the speed in his brain.
Overdrive.
It's like, okay, we gotta let him process for a second. He's gonna come up with something. We're just gonna move on until he says what he's got to say.
I remember Myron at last year's Squad Up. I think it was the second day. I think I came up to you. I was like, "How you doing?" And you just looked white, like ghost. And you're like, "I got a lot going on in my head."
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'm like,
scared
the
me.
last year has been a freaking journey. And so like, now I feel like I have a much better handle on my life, basically. You know what I mean? Like, it's been grasping at straws for the last 2 years. Not that it's been like not fruitful. Like we've made money. We've done some cool stuff, had some cool partnerships, but like some of it was literally months of dumpster fire, trying to put that out, jumping in with it, trying to stomp it out. But like, just feeling a lot better now about what the future is holding. And like, it's not so much a reactivity. It's more like getting ahead of it and proactive now at this point.
Yeah.
And, putting stuff on paper and saying, hey, what if you took January to plan out the whole year, right? Like, what is December going to look like right now? Like, plans, laying out a plan as best you can. That's what my plan is for January. Is like, these are my 3 things. And I'm going to play even the numbers, like how many people am I going to sign up on the CRM? How many deals am I going to do every month? What's my plan for every month? Not that it's going to happen, but like I need to put a plan together. So me, but I know where I can tell my family, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a problem solver. So you just trying to solve problems all the time and you get stuck solving all the problems instead of planning for those problems.
Confidence and clearer vision.
See this thing? It's called a
pager.
Nope. It is a page. No, it's a PLAUD. It's called the Plaid. PLAUD. But it records everything. And then it not only records it, but it transcribes it and it can put it into all kinds of different meeting notes or engagement. Dude, this thing right here is saved me so I don't have to type. Now I play this when I do it wherever I go, and then I can just do the printout and send it off, whatever I need to send off. And it tells me like my deficiencies, like, hey, you didn't follow up on this. You need to set a date for this. It tells me some things to do. Yes.
That's dope.
It is dope.
Yeah. We both have one.
$160 and then like $150 for the year for the cloud storage.
Oh yeah.
And it goes right on my phone.
Dom, put your affiliate link in the chat for that.
I was going to say.
Right?
Best salesperson ever. You're like Mark Mays or whatever you know, where they like tape the boat or whatever, they spray paint the boat and it doesn't sink.
Yes.
Yep.
Flex.
Well, I don't like to
flex-
type.
Flex
And then
seal.
I hate write, and then you write it in your book, and like, oh, I don't have that book with me. Oh, let me do it in my notes. Oh, now
Everywhere.
I just do a
I'm always
printout.
like,
of it.
oh, record. Okay.
Yeah, it's a printout. And
So
that's how we did our
want to-
brainstorming. That's how we did our
Yes.
goal setting.
Yes.
We just turned it on, locked ourselves. We still need to finish a lot of it. Locked ourselves in a room and just talked. Now nobody's taking notes, but this thing took better notes than anybody could ever take, ever.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So get that. It'll save you guys a lot of time.
PLAV.
PLAUD.
PLAUD.
Oh, UD.
Mm-hmm. They're like $160.
Love it. Thank you.
They even have a pen.
And it
one,
has
like
it has an app.
Yeah.
And then you can go online too. And like,
Yeah, I do all mine online. Like you could see it from your phone, but it's kind of little. But if you do it online, then you could play with the printouts because you can make your own template, AI template of how it wants to put those notes together. So if there's, you put notes together in a certain way, you could make that template, and then that's how it will put those notes together.
yeah.
Mm.
You know what's
But,
gonna
like,
be crazy about this is
What?
that at some point, you know, you have to speak for this thing to transcribe something, right? At some point, it's just going to go straight to our brain
I wish
and
it
then
could.
and just be transcribed. That's going to be incredible.
I wish it could.
Well,
I
my
thought-
mom was in the hospital, and my mom's like, "Well, I can't remember all this." I go, "Oh, don't worry, I got my plot." So I put it on, and the doctor talked, and so then I just downloaded the notes and I sent it to them, so they knew exactly what my dad needed to do.
There's actually a template that says like hospital or
Yeah,
doctor's notes or
yes.
something. Already made.
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Keep it our secret so nobody else knows our. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So
He's kidding. We want everybody.
I want
to know.
everybody to know. Yeah. Not everybody. Some people.
That's super helpful.
Some people that are sending out stupid emails. I don't want that person to know about it.
I like it for my foreclosure stuff because everything every time I meet a seller, I have to record it, and if I could just put that down on the desk.
Yes.
I'm good
Oh
to
my
go.
God. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
it's accurate. And if you don't like it, retranscribe it. Like, oh, I think that was retranscribe it, put it in a different type of template. So it's not like
that's cool.
forgot to use it today. I mean, I recorded, but
I'm getting
Damn.
it tomorrow. I need
Myron,
it.
how do we get these notes in high level?
Yeah. Let's
What do you
figure that
mean?
out.
yeah, it's connected
Like
to
transcribing
oh yeah.
transcribing calls. You know,
Yes.
I think Rick did something like that.
Really?
But couldn't you use this and then some sort of AI API? I don't know. You're smarter than me on that to go
Yeah.
into high level, like you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I can send the whole. You can send the everything, but
Yeah.
if you just sent just the template, I mean the breakout, then that could just be it high level. Yeah, that's smart.
That'd be cool.
Glad I thought of that, Mike.
Glad I thought of that.
Dom,
Yeah.
what do you want for 2025?
Business or personal or what?
Anything you want to share?
So I want my company to just run where Ange and I don't have to do any deals unless we want to in the wholesale side. That way we can find another asset class, which is, God, it's up in the air. Okay, I want to do this. I want to find pieces of land and build like one or two houses, right? But build like 4 of them throughout the year instead of flipping because there's way more money in it and it's predictable, right? I can guarantee my costs pretty much. So I want to do that, but I want to find another asset class, whether it's mobile homes, RV, whatever that brings Angie and I our income from just that and build it and get really good at it. But I had to have the wholesale side where we don't really have to touch too much of it. You know, that's what I
And
want.
we're building
Oh,
our agent
education.
stuff. Yeah.
Our education. So we're going to do a ton of
I told
education
them,
for agents, and that's going to be a huge thing for us. So
yeah, and also because it's just videos, and the videos are just uploaded, and then people go buy them. It's not like
Evergreen.
I have to and do it. It's
It's
I have
fun.
to update them, but that's simple.
It's awesome.
I've seen a lot of those small home things being built in the Subto Facebook group where they're putting, you know, the shipping containers, for example, on a piece of land and creating kind of like a duplex out of those sorts of things.
Mhm.
That's kind of a cool idea too.
I love that. Denver or Colorado, I don't know how they're crappy with their zoning and all that. So I don't know, but I mean, I'd love to do something like that for sure. Would love to do that.
We should just buy a mall together, an old rundown mall, and turn it into a.
I got one. I know where it want it.
I love that.
Okay.
Strip malls are great for that, like old Safeways that closed down or Albertsons that we have out here. I love that idea.
There's a full mall for sale.
Great
Like
idea.
30 minutes from me.
Plenty of parking.
You
You already
could
have.
still have a food court.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can make money within that already instead of having like a mixed use, like what a lot of people want. Live above and businesses below. You'd have a mixed use just in that setting.
Kind of like the Domain in Austin,
Mhm.
where they
Yeah. Facilities
the
are
whole-
already there. Yeah.
do what?
The facility, like the waters, the pipes are already there large enough because it's got to support, all these people. So you won't have to do any of the utility stuff. Probably it would just be
Probably have
built
to do some utility work, but not the major.
inside though, but not
Yeah.
probably not, they probably have a big main going in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a wonderful idea, like a great idea.
Yeah. If anyone's got the connection to Simon Malls and they want to offload any of their properties, just
I used
send
to
them
do
our
all
way.
here in Colorado. They paid slow. Simon, Simon. They have the Aurora Mall.
Yeah.
Old little strip malls. They're like the old Safeways.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Where
Over here?
well they did
Yeah.
something there. Now it's an Asian market, I think.
are you hungry?
I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
I love that we're doing this again, guys.
Me too.
It's nice
Yeah.
to connect again.
OG's got to stay together because it's a crazy world out there, man.
I have seen some shit lately. I'm like, what? That name, that name, that name.
This fucking, it's kind of like I see him doing these big, great things. I'm like, you don't have the backing for that. You're not Pace. You can't do that. You got to go. So we could do the same thing, right? Just throw up on everybody. I'm doing all these big things, but what happens if you can't fulfill? You can't go so big if you can't make everything right. Is my opinion, right? Everybody thinks I'm going to do all these things without the backing, and that's where they go wrong. Everybody who's really ambitious, the Subto and newer Subto, I step back a little. I'm like, I don't know if I believe you're going to do that, and I don't know if I want to go down that road with you because you haven't proven yourself yet. It's too big, too quick. That's where everybody's getting in trouble. They think they're smarter than what's going on, in my opinion.
They haven't been through the ropes yet. And there's nothing wrong with ambition.
No.
But when you go too fast, you miss a lot of things.
Or when you look at the money you're going to make,
Yeah.
instead of the problem that you're solving. Because I could put together numbers and go, oh shit, if we just did this, that's 50 here, 100 there, put the numbers in it. The numbers look great, but did we solve a problem? So if we didn't, we're not starting a business. We're not doing a business. So start with, okay, this is a problem I'm going to solve, and then this is the money I'm going to make. That's a way better than this is the money I want to make, and then find the problem I want to solve. Because then usually the problem is diminished and it goes on the money, like the numbers and how many people you talk to. And it has nothing to do with the problem anymore. And I think that's where a lot of them get in trouble. They just see the
Yep.
money.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
At
it's
the
up
end of
to
the day, it's still a people business.
Mhm.
And you got to remember that the decisions you make impact other people, not just you.
and it's a small world. People are out there, they don't care about their name. I don't care. I did the right. No, you got to care about your name. You got to make sure your name is good because you don't know the deals you lose when you have a bad name. You just think that you're still going strong. If people only knew how many people are like, don't do anything with that person. Oh, they just lost $100,000. Don't do anything with that. Oh, they just lost $25,000. Holy shit. If they knew that, they might think twice before they let their name go to shit.
Yep.
Because money can't buy your name.
Nope.
So
Right.
once your name's shit, you're shit. Yep.
Yep.
But 2025 is going to be an awesome year, man. I think we're going to kick some butt. Sub-2's right where it should be. Like there's just a lot happening. Being leaders, we get a little bit of perks, right? People come to you more. Like that's the meeting I just had, right? They want to come see us and visit us, and they want to do deals with us. And because Pace is shouting us out, and we have kept our name good. We have done good things. Maybe we're not all quazillionaires, millionaires, but we're doing the thing. Everybody in here is doing that thing, like doing the business right first. So I'm happy and proud to be around you guys, man. I'm glad that you
Yeah,
guys like
likewise.
You don't.
Can't wait for Squad Up.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
are coming to our neck of the woods.
I'm gonna bring our little podcast stuff so we can do interviews, lives, whatever. So I'll have a couple mics, my ATEM and Rodecaster. So if you guys want to jump in and do something, we can figure
That'd
something
be
out.
great.
If Carly brings anything, we need to get air tags for her and put them on everything. We're having an inventory with her to make sure, okay, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Okay, great. Now we can go.
She answered no to everything. So
Hey, who got snow out there?
We did.
yeah, we did.
How much?
I don't know, a couple inches.
We
Atlanta got
on my side, I only got like just a dusting. It was too wet. We had more rain and sleet than we did snow. We got snow later last night.
We
Wow.
we made some snow. We made snowmen.
really.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I did not think that was going to happen. I think it's all gone now.
Yeah. Ours is gone.
It's pretty much all gone.
I saw Atlanta. Pat over in Atlanta showed a picture. It was bad.
Damn.
It's like holy
A
crap.
lot of it.
They were projecting we were going to get like a foot. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Oh.
But
How would you guys even like you wouldn't function?
Oh.
No.
oh no, we still didn't. Nobody went to school. Nobody went to work. Shut it off. So because ice is the worst thing here for us.
Oh, yeah.
We had an ice. I don't know if you call it an ice storm, but it was heated up, and it was worse than any blizzard we ever had. You couldn't move. Like
Snow is not the problem. It is the ice that is
Yes.
the problem.
Nice. Yeah.
That's why your power grid went out a couple of years ago, right?
Oh, and then one caught on fire on Sunday. Or no, not Sunday. My days are all off. Sorry, Wednesday.
What caught on fire?
In Keller or by Alliance, one of the electricity hubs for
Oh my
Encore caught on fire.
I did not hear about that.
Oh yeah, that was in the news. That was great. I was like, oh, and it's starting again. Here we go.
Yo.
oh
Yeah.
Yeah, those fires are scary, man.
Especially
back.
Everyone was back at the stores just going nuts like it was Snowmageddon 2.0. But it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. So
Not the end of it either. There's a lot of natural disasters predicted this year.
Really?
Already.
yeah. Everybody check on anybody that they know in California. Make sure they're good.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
We have some friends there, and you could just see it. So they're more in the city, but we've had some other friends that they didn't lose their house in the last fire in where is it, Malibu?
Oh, Malibu. Yeah.
But her neighbor's house burned. All the houses around them burned down, but hers.
Yeah.
And now they're going through the same thing again. I think is that right? 9,000 structures,
At least so far.
Damn.
and insurance execs are like booking the country. What? I heard something about that. That's crazy.
Those
We
poor
have
people.
insurance claims right now. We're not going to get paid because of these. We got one. We got one here.
Well, a lot of people, from what I've been hearing, is that like on the news and stuff, is they still have insurance, but they don't have fire insurance, and they had their company had them drop it within the last 5 years or so.
Oh my gosh.
Specifically that piece to stay insured.
Yeah, they had to drop it to stay insured, huh?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't
So-
know. That's why I don't like condos and that kind of stuff, because their insurance, you have no say. It's like they get whatever, right? And
Okay,
it's doubling and tripling. So your condos, and they're just not safe with that insurance.
Yeah.
We have it bad too here because of the fires.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had a nasty fire a few years ago, like 1,000 houses. Huge for us. We have 3 million people in the metro area, right?
Damn.
1,000 houses is a lot, and it's hard to get insurance now here.
It's hard to get insurance anywhere, apparently. So,
Right.
or keep insurance.
Yeah, either a tornado, a hurricane, fires. Where do we got to go? Michigan?
What's the alternative?
Nobody has insurance, and you're like, how it used to be with cars, like Wild Wild West, like don't wreck into me because he probably don't have insurance. I don't either. Okay, you hit each other's car, you just went home. Like, shit, I fix my own car now. Then there won't be all these ambulance chasers. So who knows? It could be better.
Yeah.
You
Man.
just got to make enough money to, we don't even care.
Self-insure your house like old
Pay
Abraham
for it.
Gray does. He hasn't had insurance on his properties ever. He don't have insurance on any of his properties. None of them.
The hell?
And
What?
he's way ahead. Way ahead. So now, like, because I could have one burned down to the ground, I could pay for it, and I'm probably millions in the positive after all these years that he doesn't have it. Yeah, he's
That's
self.
nuts.
Is that not?
Man.
Yeah, that's what he did with Abraham.
Have so much money, it doesn't matter.
That's right. That's what 2025 is going to be about.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting out of the business though, right? A lot of people are throwing in the towel. A lot of agents, and anytime there's just craziness, there's better stuff happening now that it's hard and crazy than when it was fat and happy. It's fat and happy. I know what I have. I know what I want. The houses weren't selling.
Yes.
Now
totally.
it's like, you know what's happening. You should sell this house at this price before Trump ruins everything or whatever, right? Whatever freaking side you're on. For whoever ruins everything. There's fear now.
Yep.
Before it was like, it's a house. It'll sell for $1 billion or whatever. Now there's some fear involved. So it's kind of a good thing. As long as we're not scared.
I'm not
Not
scared.
at all. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got to hop off, but it's been amazing seeing all of you. So
Squad
we'll
up.
see each other next week.
Yep.
Myron.
Yes. Yep. Next week. And then, but the week after that, it will be No One Left Behind. So I probably won't be able to do the next one.
Okay.
So, but next Friday, yes, we'll be back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Right on.
Thanks,
All right, guys.
everyone.
guys.
See you
Thanks.
guys.
Okay.
Bye, Andrew. Bye, guys.